Welcome back to Tales from Our Pocket.
We're back in one of our favorite places in the world. Hoping our favorite place will jumpstart the healing process. This video is personal.
The last year and a half has been the toughest period of our lives.
We didn't even have the energy or the words to be able to update everybody with what was going on.
For the next 5 days, we are going to be on a road trip in very northern Taiwan.
So very far north. Might be like the busiest thing that we've ever done anywhere in Taiwan, I'm thinking. And I'm so excited to finally be here. Taiwan keeps surprising us. There's always more to see, always more to do, always more to eat. We're starting our journey here in Tamsui. This is where we're picking up our rental car for the next 5 days. We thought we better take a look around the city before we leave. This is one of the places that we wanted to come when we were here 2 years ago and we didn't make it. So we are really excited to kick off our road trip right here in Tamsui. Is it possible we came back just to Taiwan for one of these? Maybe? Who says that ice cream doesn't heal? This was one of my favorite desserts when we were in Taiwan 2 years ago. And they have it here.
Do I get any? No. Typical. I'm the ice cream connoisseur.
Just as good as I remember. We are starting our visit on what Google Maps calls Tamsui's historic street or Old Street. It looks pretty new to us. It has a lot of shops, sort of a carnival-like atmosphere, some food stalls. We hope because we're always hungry, like never-ending hunger.
And in Taiwan, the food is always excellent.
It's a lot of fun. This is really happening. It's a Saturday. It's really lively. There's tons of people here, including a bike tour.
Yeah, we're from Malaysia. I'm from Malaysia.
You are? That was unexpected. We just met people who shipped their bikes here and biked all of Taiwan on their folding bikes. Wow.
It took them 19 days to make the entire lap of the island.
So apparently we need to come back and bike the island. What do you think, Phil?
It sounds pretty ambitious. There's a lot of hills, a lot of mountains.
You bike around the outside where it's flatter. I'm in. I'm in. I think we should do it. Well, we managed to find our way out of the scramble that was Old Town and have made our way to Fort Santo Domingo. This is one I was personally looking forward to visiting maybe the most because its nickname is the Red-Haired Fort or the Fort of Red Hair, which is kind of amazing. This is normally where I tell you all about the fort's history, how so many countries have managed this fort, everyone from the Spanish to the Dutch to the British, Aussies, and even Americans. Except while researching the origin of the red-haired fort nickname, we learned that red hair, or hongmo in Chinese, actually doesn't refer to people with red hair at all, but is instead slang and refers more generally to just white people. It also was not necessarily a positive term. So let's just keep this between us because the red-haired girl in the video is so excited about the name of the fort, okay? Well, we just left the fort and we've popped out into a delightful courtyard that's actually part of Taiwan's oldest university and somehow has a connection to Oxford College. I don't think that's the same one as the one in England. Okay, I had to look up the Oxford connection, and it turns out that the founder named it Oxford College because it has a connection to Oxford, Canada. It has nothing to do with the Oxford in England. I mean, it could have been possible since the Brits were here, like they have been pretty much everywhere in the world. We kind of find the Oxford connection interesting because Bill's dad went to Oxford University in England, and so it has a special connection for our family, so to find it here is kind of cool, even though it's not the same Oxford. First stamp of the new trip. Well, the fort was pretty cool. And the best part about it is that when you buy a ticket to it, you actually get a ticket to a second fort that's nearby. Hopefully it's gonna be completely different. It is called Hobe Fort or Fort Hobe. You made me nervous with how close you got to the camera there.
Really?
Gave me more things to stress about. Hobe Fort dates back to 1888. It's in marvelous condition. Of course, it never saw any actual fighting, so it was never under fire either. Still, it looks pretty good for being over 135 years old. I guess that's the size of the artillery? That is massive. We're back out on the main street. I'm pretty glad that Hobe Fort was included with the cost of the first one because the first one was my favorite. Not that I'm biased. We're gonna head back to the car now and start the real adventure.
Let's go.
Making a special stop on our way out of town. Just a quick stop, but a crowded stop.
Popular place on a Saturday.
But it has to do with the time of year that we're here, which is mid-March. Any guesses? That's right, it is cherry blossom season again in Taiwan. Total coincidence that we are here 2 years later after we saw our first cherry blossoms ever anywhere in the world. And we're seeing them here again. And there's a temple just outside of Tamsui that is beautiful for its cherry blossoms. And we are here, I think, at the perfect time.
Now I got someone to embrace.
I'll be honest, I had forgotten how ornate the temples are in Taiwan. They're so beautiful and colorful. I had completely forgotten about this. It's so cool to see it again. So this is Wuji Tianyuan Temple. just outside of Tamsui, maybe like a 10-minute drive, not far. So although we happen to be here during cherry blossoms, I have to admit that the pagoda that you can see behind me looks pretty cool only on its own. I saw some reviews online that said, don't come if the flowers aren't in season. I don't know. It looks pretty spectacular to me. It looks like we maybe can go up there and take a look around the main level, so we should probably go do that. When I was researching this trip and learned that cherry blossoms might be blooming yet again, I also learned that they are symbolic of new beginnings or rebirth or turning over a new chapter. And isn't it wonderful that we're here seeing cherry blossoms on day number 1 of jump-starting our healing journey here in Taiwan? Seems kind of perfect. Good morning, friends. Welcome to day 2 of our epic road trip in very northern Taiwan. We stayed last night at a quirky, fun hotel that looks like a boat. The things you find in Taiwan.
It was complete with all kinds of fun roadside type attractions like a Leaning Tower of Pisa, the Statue of Liberty, and they've got a wedding chapel, and included as your guests will be 3 heads from Easter Island.
We're already married, so we didn't do that. Now we're headed to a nearby attraction that, fingers crossed, works out for us. A couple months each year in very northern Taiwan, there's a phenomenon that occurs that only takes place at low tide, and it is a natural thing, and it's like green mossy stuff on some coral, I guess. And so that's where we're walking, starting out this day, to see if luck is on our side and to see if the green stuff is visible. It looks super pretty from the photos, so fingers crossed. Well, we've just come around the corner, and way off in the distance there are a bunch of people, and it looks like it's green, so I think luck is indeed on our side today. Make it sound like it's luck that we're here at this time with the waves dramatically popping behind me. But actually, I did check the tide charts online to make sure that we came here at low tide. And remember that this green algae is only visible a couple months of the year, and we just happen to be here during the right time. So that part is luck. Being here during low tide, that was planning. That was really cool. And the camera is safe, don't worry.
Heather got the shot. Aren't you worried you're going to get wet? Took a lot of work and risk.
Now we're headed to another nearby point that we had to add on just because it's so close. That's where we're headed now, and I'm keeping you in suspense. Celebrate.
We both made it. This is great. We think this is the northernmost point in Taiwan. It's not clearly marked, but it's, I guess, one of these rocks behind us.
This is about as close as we can get to the northernmost point in Taiwan. We're pretty sure the actual northernmost point is this, but you can see there's no path, so this is it. We were so close to it that we had to come by. It feels like triumph, so I don't know, other things have felt like triumph in Taiwan. We're gonna count it.
Yeah.
If you decide to come here, learn from our mistakes. We moved our car and we didn't have to. There is a parking lot that Google Maps has marked in English as the 5-minute walk parking spot. It's a 5-minute walk to the green algae natural formations and a 15-minute walk to the northernmost point in Taiwan. And we would recommend parking there and not having to move your car.
And there's no cost to it at all.
Also, there are a lot of tour groups coming in now, like by busloads. I'm glad we got started when we did. It's late morning. Not too bad. Lastly, we've been cracking up on this walk because there is a bird, this tiny bird that we've not been able to film, but it sounds just like the sound of our Japanese camper van shutting down, which is very unexpected.
And if you haven't seen that video, click the link over here.
Over there.
Or here. One or the other.
We're now taking a bit of a detour headed inland about 15 minutes to some what looks like rice paddy plantation type things, similar to what we have seen on the east coast of Taiwan. So we're so close that we decided we better make that journey too before we continue on our way. Well, there's no parking up here, but we managed to find a little pull-out spot from a road that doesn't look like it's used very often. So that should be okay for the couple of minutes that we're here. Also, that's our rental for the next 5 days. Little Toyota. It's cute. We're gonna name it
Charlie.
Ghosty? Snowflake? Charlie? Why Charlie?
I don't know.
No, we're gonna call it Ghosty. Because we're really bad at naming things. Even though there is no parking spot, there is like a little observation lookout that actually is even signed. So this is like an official stop. This isn't something that we made up. Oh, it looks like even there's a nature walk with signs. Do we have time for that? I don't know. Maybe not. It was really pretty here though. The helpful sign on the observation deck says that this is the largest stone-walled rice paddy terrace in northern Taiwan. I believe it. It is pretty large. The community has been working together to restore this land, which had been laid bare and hadn't been used for anything. And it's nice to see it coming back to life and being used for rice now. That was not the way he was supposed to turn.
You want to ride?
Yeah, we're going the other way.
Oops. Blooper. Try again.
Shadow looks like Sherlock Holmes. It does. Well, it is lunchtime, so we're headed to a nearby town that looks like it has a street food market, and that is certainly one of the things that we fell in love with when we were in Taiwan last time. So I think it could be hopping. It's Sunday, it's lunchtime. I bet the vibes there are going to be cool. We'll tell you the name of the city when we figure out how to pronounce it. We have safely stored our car in this town that is named this. So we're gonna go head to their street market. It's daytime on a Sunday, and judging by the amount of cars that are here, it is going to be packed. I think we might have underestimated how many people are gonna be here. We are not to the street food yet, but we found street food on the way to the street food, and this is something that we're stopping for because I have dreamed about these for the past 2 years when we first had them in Benchihu, I think it was. And I am not going to preamble it anymore. This is some kind of a wicked, fabulous donut. It is not quite as good as the original ones we have, but it's pretty damn good. It's sort of like a croissant and a donut if they got married and had a baby. That's what this is, and it's amazing. Beyond packed here. I'm not sure we're going to be able to walk this multiple times. We might have to get things as we go. So busy. Yes. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to start with those. What do you got there, Bill?
So it wasn't at all what I expected, but it's a whole bag of them for 120 NT dollars.
Well, we'll snack on those later.
Yeah.
Ice cream is not lunch.
Okay, that might be happening. Is that happening?
That maybe is the first thing. I mean, other than the other first thing.
And she also suddenly forgot about the cronut. Usually, where we're from, you have the sweet thing at the end of the meal.
Nobody likes a fact checker, Bill. We got two of something. Oh, it's the rolls. Oh, sauce got dumped on it. Yes. All right, the kind proprietor has a little table for us to try these. Only one stick, so I guess I'll go first.
She always goes first.
Oh, it's jiggly. How do I get this out? This is going to be so amazing.
What is it?
This is sort of like a spring roll. It has a soft wrapper on the outside with a sauce that's a little bit sweet and soury. The inside seems to be maybe like a ground pork mixed with green onions and definitely garlic, maybe a little bit of ginger, a tiniest bit of spice, and some shrimp. Absolutely delicious. Very difficult to eat. The best street food, I feel like, is kind of difficult to eat. This is amazing. It's really good. Provided I can actually eat it. I ate all of mine really fast, so we have to wait for Bill to eat his so we can film it. That was strategic on my part. I'm very hungry. See? Slippery. I thought it would be hard like an egg roll. Oh dear.
Slightly spicy too.
Yeah.
It's like a chicken sausage in the middle. Heather's thought shrimp. I'm thinking it's just chicken.
I thought shrimp and pork. That was really good. This is very promising. Shishi.
Stuff off. That's the best bits. We've definitely had Taiwanese sausages before, usually in the form of a hot dog, but this just looked so good. I had to have it. It's really hot, I need to wait.
3 days later.
It's just so good and so different than the hot dogs we have at home. It's a little bit sweet and salty at the same time. Just delicious.
Save some for me. I really want the record to state that the next thing that we're getting was not my idea for once. Bill.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Is Bill in line for a donut? Yes, he is. He really, really is. Apparently the sausage counts as lunch, and now we need like a sweet intermission before we go back to having something savory. I don't know. I don't make up the rules. Ooh, it gets powdered sugar on it. Or something that looks like powdered sugar.
Thank you very much.
This might be Bill's idea, but I'm the donut expert, so don't you guys think that I should try this first? Bill?
It's not funny.
I could feel your guys' support through the internet, and all of you voted that I should try it first, so thank you for that. Bill's very disappointed. All right, so this is a crispy donut, honey glazed with like a powdered sugar thing on the outside. Bill's donut. Here goes. Oh. They're crispy.
Getting a close-up of the powdered sugar.
The powdered sugar went everywhere. That is super crispy, and it is really good. I think I prefer the croissant donut that we had first, but this is also really high up there. The donuts that we have in Taiwan are absolutely fantastic, and this is no exception. Okay, you may eat your donut now, Bill.
How much powdered sugar am I going to get on my face? Heather still got some on hers, by the way. You should really clean that off. That's excellent and completely different than the last one. So you've got a totally different flavor to the dough, and it's got a crispy texture on the outside. Really good.
2 donuts. Shame on us. I don't actually regret it though. Maybe like a tiniest bit, but not really.
Donuts are healing, right? There was this lady making sweet potato pancakes, and we had to have one. Just looked really good. Here goes. So it's fried. It's not as sweet as I was expecting. It's nice and toasted on the top and bottom from the frying, and it's really good.
Well, I'm not saying that was like the healthiest lunch that we've had, and it was really more a bunch of snacks. But what are you going to do in a Taiwanese food market like that? You're just going to snack. I feel like it's the thing to do. We need to go onward because we still have one more thing that we want to do today, and it's getting on in the afternoon. Man, that was such a good food scene. That was fun. I'm glad that we stopped there. We are at our next stop, which is Yehliu Geopark. And apparently you have to get tickets to enjoy the nature here. So we're gonna go sort that and be on our way.
Yehliu.
Yehliu. And we're in. I admit I didn't really realize this was like the Disney of rock formations. I kind of have high expectations now. Quite the build-up.
There's a few people here.
This might be like the busiest thing that we've ever done anywhere in Taiwan, I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's bonkers. I don't know if it's because it's a Sunday or like it's late in the afternoon, so there's like nice light. I don't know how to explain this. I've by far the most people we've seen at anything we've done anywhere in Taiwan.
And we've done a lot of things.
We have done an awful lot of things. Cherry blossoms are pretty, but jasmine smells amazing. And it is blooming and just so fragrant. Coral formations here all have names. I call this one giant mushroom. This one is gianter mushroom. Actually, this one kind of looks like a fish tail. Gianter mushroom.
If you watch our videos for learning English, gianter, not an English word.
Here we have baby mushrooms on log. Have we mentioned that we are really bad at naming things? Welcome back to day 3 of our pretty epic, very northern Taiwan road trip. We've made our way to Yangmingshan National Park. Did I say that right? Yangmingshan?
I think you said it right.
And what are we doing today, Bill?
We're going on a hike
Where?
to the tallest peak in the area, which I also can't remember the name of.
Mount Qixing. We're going to hike up to Mount Qixing today, and it is a spectacular day in March. It rains so much in the winter in Taiwan. We are really blessed to have a sunny day today, and I think this is the perfect way to wake up our legs and our bodies, so let's hit it. Today is also the day where we hope to find a little bit of peace and quiet somewhere and fill you in on what's been going on in our lives for the last year and a half. We intended to do it yesterday, but it was just way too crazy of a day. So today instead, this is a lot of what we're gonna be doing today. Stairs, stairs, stairs.
Already shedding layers?
Straight up will do that to you. It gets the heart going. To Mengwan Pond and have our first view of where we're headed. That peak up there is where we're going to continue climbing to, Mount Qixing. Kind of nice to have a quiet break here at the pond before continuing on because we've already done a fair amount of stairs. I just saw how high up it looks like we're going. The people look so small up there. Whose dumb idea are these hikes? These little specks. Oh gosh.
Before we started this hike, we stopped by the visitor center. It's very helpful rangers. Gave us a description of how the park works and all this stuff, all the volcanic activity. What they also said was at the top of the peak that we're hiking to, you can see all of northern Taiwan. From Taipei right around to, I can't remember the city on the east side. Xinchuan. It's basically almost the entire route of our road trip we'll be able to see from one point on this mountain.
Assuming it's clear, which so far it is. 1 kilometer, probably straight up. It turns out today is just a little bit hazy. And surprisingly, we are partway up on our climb and we've emerged to a view of Taipei, as though Taipei is right there at the base of the mountain that we're climbing. We didn't really realize how close we were to Taipei, but in fact, I can even see Taipei 101 off in the distance. It is shocking. It's sort of just like a hazy outline of Taipei 101, but there's no mistaking that that is Taipei 101. I just can't believe that Taipei is right there.
We were trying to get out of the city. What happened here?
We found our way back accidentally. There is an abundance of snakes in the Yangmingshan area. Snakes. We've only seen like the little lizard gecko things, not snakes. No snakes. Well documented. No snakes. Okay, this is pretty amazing. We're going through like a young bamboo grove. And it just sort of carves out the walkway in between it, and it's delightful. Another thing that's well documented about us is that we love the bamboo groves. They don't grow in Minnesota. We love running into them in the wild. This is pretty cool. Watch says we've got only 5,570 steps.
Really?
How is that possible? And we've been walking for an hour. And we've gone up 58 flights of stairs. so far.
We're wondering if this is the largest number of stairs we've ever climbed to get up a mountain.
It's not. We have done more.
Really? What was that?
We used to travel and not film things.
Weird.
And in Italy, we climbed over 100 flights of stairs.
We're not done yet.
We think we're almost to the top, and it turns out that now we are the bugs. We can see the pond that we started at down below.
We're almost there. We can see one of the peaks, and then the other one's just on the other side. We hope.
Well, we made it to the top where there is a really nice breeze that is nice for us, not so great for the audio. But we made it to the east peak. We still have to hit the main peak of Mount Qixing. It still feels like a little bit of triumph on the way to bigger triumph.
We think we're there.
All right, final push to the top. It's all downhill from here.
Oh wow, you got even better.
Proof.
We made it. Don't you think it's less hazy than it was? I can see Taipei 101 more clearly, can you?
It's because we're so tall now.
No, maybe. I don't know.
We started the day way down there, way back there. It seems like forever ago. So many stairs ago. So very many stairs. We're gonna be in such good shape after this. It's gonna be amazing. All right, we're headed back down. There is a site toward the bottom, and that's where we're gonna pick you up. I think maybe there's some, oh God, tourist falls are death.
Bad tourist, bad tourist, bad tourist,
I'm so ashamed.
bad tourist.
Heading back down, there's a site toward the bottom that has some like sulfur coming out of the ground, so that's where we'll pick you up.
Okay, good. Okay.
Perfect. We made it. We are back down at the visitor center where we started our day. It took us 2 hours to go up and 1 hour to come back down. And boy, are our legs jiggly, like jello jiggly. Very, very tiring. But the views up there were absolutely fantastic. And when you come down on this side, you're greeted with the sulfur coming out of the earth because we are on one of the fault lines that runs across northern Taiwan.
A lot of the time, it sounds like a jet engine running. Very strange.
Thankfully, it's not super active in a dangerous way. It's active in like a low-key way, which is how we like our volcanoes. We still have other things we want to do in Yangmingshan National Park before we leave, so I'm glad that we still have a few hours of daylight left. We made it to our second destination. We are at Bamboo Lake. Maybe there's a bunch of flowers in bloom here. That's why we're here to find out. It seems awfully busy, so I think our luck might be holding out.
It's awfully busy. It's really tricky to get in here, actually. There's kind of a traffic jam. There's a lot of hustling for parking, but we managed to find one on the street, which is great. Let's go take a look, see if we can find this place.
The fact that there's so many people here usually means good things. Well, this is really pretty, but so far we're not finding like the flower fields that you can see on Google Maps anyhow. I'm not sure where the flower fields are. It's kind of nice to walk around on something flat.
I think we're headed the right way. Good things are coming. I did not know that this kind of lily grew in water like this. I had no idea. They're so pretty. Anytime you mass plant something, it's gorgeous. Even if it's grass, but if it's flowers, it's that much better. This was a fun stop. You could pay a little bit extra to go into the gardens and even pick some of the flowers. But the free version that we did was also really nice. It was really nice, and basically you're just wandering through the community gardens. A bunch of tiny businesses running these beautiful flower fields. It's great.
Love the enterprising flower farmers. Try saying that 5 times fast. Enterprising farmer flowers, flower farmers.
Do you mean to tell me that we drove half an hour making wrong turns and made another whole nother lap to see this?
The flower clock doesn't have any flowers, but it has music. I mean, the park itself is lovely. There's all sorts of flowers blooming. What are you complaining about?
As we were walking in, she said, no, you have to save all the camera work for the main event. The flower clock.
It turns out it's just a clock.
It's just a clock. It's a giant clock.
Surrounded by gardens that are beautiful.
Yeah, so now I'm going to film the crap out of the other flowers, which actually are fun.
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh my child, I know you're hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve all the bad and the hurt. I know you tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair.
All right, I've managed to find a little bit of peace and quiet away from everyone while Bill films the crap out of these beautiful gardens that we're at. The angle on this is not quite perfect, but I kind of feel like that's life, so maybe it is perfect time after all to do our life update. When we began the video, we said that we've been through the hardest year and a half of our lives, and it might have felt overly dramatic for YouTube, but it actually is exactly the truth. We had been filming in Japan and we were returning home a year and a half ago, and we learned right when we landed that our sister-in-law was on life support. She had suffered an allergic reaction to some medicine that she was given at the start of routine surgery and unfortunately passed away. Not long after that, my dad's health began failing. He had had cancer for 7 years and had been responding well to chemo until he stopped responding well to chemo. And that happened at the beginning of 2024, and his health just steadily declined throughout the year, and we managed to make another return trip to Japan, and then we were filming in Northern Europe when we got the call to come home, which we did immediately, and 6 weeks later he passed away. It wasn't even a year in between my sister-in-law passing and my dad passing. So during that time after my dad passed, after we got home from Northern Europe, we decided that we needed to take time for ourselves, and we sort of went dark for about 5 months. We didn't even have the energy or the words to be able to update everybody with what was going on, and found that we needed to focus on our families rather than our business and travel. And we just hunkered down at home and spent time with them and worked through the grief with both families. The truth was we weren't ready to travel yet until this year. Picking up the camera and talking about what you're doing and having the energy and the enthusiasm to share what you love to do is something that is difficult to do while you're managing your grief from loved ones passing away. We weren't ready yet, and now we felt that the time was right. A little bit more distance between both of their deaths until now. And that's why we're back in Taiwan and going on this journey of healing and finding our way back to being creators. So if you have been watching us for a while and you're still watching us, thank you so much. We really appreciate your continued support as we find our way back. Things might feel a little bit different now as we continue to navigate our grief while we're filming, and that's just life while you do what we do, I guess. And if you're new here, sorry for the little bit of a downer in the middle of our video, but we really wanted to share what had been going on behind the scenes to our fans that have been watching us for a while. Please stick around because we normally like to showcase the destinations that we visit. That is our passion. We're finding our way back to it. And I would say that we have a little bit of YOLO right now. You only live once. Given that the deaths were from somebody who was really young and somebody who had lived a full life. We're asking ourselves, where do we need to go? Where do we feel that is calling to us? For here it was Taiwan. This is the beginning. We have so many destinations that we still want to go to, and we can't wait to continue sharing them with you. But first, we still have a lot to see of Taiwan. Thank you again for sticking around for us and for all your support.
Don't give up, just hold on tight. It'll be alright. All your life you've tried to be a good man inside. Did everything that you thought you should. Didn't seem to do you any good. I know you've tried so hard. I know you've
Good morning, friends. It is day
What
What
day
day
are
is
we
it?
on? It's been so many days we've been on this trip.
I think it's
Four?
day 4.
Okay.
And it might be looking like we're starting the day with a walk on the beach. And I guess we sort of are. But we are headed to what I'm possibly singly most excited about on this road trip. It's something we did not get to do last time we were here, and I really wanted to. And maybe we'll keep you in suspense just a little bit. It's walking distance from our hotel. I'm so excited. This building is abandoned and seems to be coming down, which is too bad because it looks like it was super cool. Also, does Taiwan have a lot of abandoned buildings like that? That's a hint at where we're walking to. We're here. These are Taiwan's arguably famous UFO houses, flying saucer houses. These are the Futuro houses. This was originally built as a community, a little seaside escape here in Taiwan that was mysteriously abandoned. And you can go inside some of the houses that are not lived in and are not barricaded. So we are wearing our tennis shoes. We're going to be safe about this, but I'm so excited. I've been wanting to go in these for several years, and I'm so excited to finally be here. That's a little bit nerdy. That's what it is. I cannot believe I'm here. This has been on my bucket list forever. This is such a mysterious place. You can sort of feel the weird energy. I could feel, what is happening? Oh my gosh, what just happened? Where? Oh, I'm back. I have got to post this to social media. Do I have a signal? Of course I have a signal. I have UBG eSIM on my phone, and they connect me no matter where I am in this world and possibly beyond. If you want to use UBG as well, we have a special discount just for our viewers down in the description below. Stay connected wherever you are on this world, and maybe somewhere else too. Okay, we're not sure we're going to go in the first one. The door seems to have fallen off.
So you can see most of what you need to see just by looking in the front door. There's a bedroom in the back, looks like a living room seating area in the front, and maybe a kitchen in the middle. Don't know where the bathroom is, but it's all just falling apart.
These look so cool. If this had been an option to stay in, like as a hotel room, I absolutely would have stayed here last night. Somebody should redevelop these for the tourists. I would do it. There's even some platforms where it's clear some of the houses used to be and they're not anymore. How does an entire house disappear? This one is much more ruiny than the last one. What happened here? What the heck? It's totally destroyed on the inside, but not the outside. What? I'm so confused by what I'm seeing. How does the inside of something end up in splinters, but the outside is completely intact like this? Except for the glass windows. We're not really sure what the rules are on being able to go in these versus the ones that you can't. I know that some of them are still being lived in, and so obviously we want to be careful and respectful. There's one of them that does not look lived in at all. It has broken windows and stuff, but the stairwell is barricaded. What does that mean? Are we going to regret not going in that? Do we come this way but once? Maybe the community had to leave because like a storm blew in? There are boats here though. Why would you leave your home and not bring your boat with you? I guess maybe if you don't have somewhere to store it? There's like a lot of boats here that are inland. Such a mystery. Such a mystery. Some of them look a little bit less like our idea of a flying saucer. This one is sort of still super futuristic looking, and there's more of these, in fact, than the flying saucer kind. This is just so mysterious. These are a time capsule. Look at the television and the washing machine.
And there's still dishes on the sink.
Somebody didn't do the dishes. Like, how quickly did these people have to leave?
This one here is just storing somebody's surfboards.
This one's empty. This one's ready for company. What is this, an old game console? I wonder what game it was. What is that in the corner? I had to come and see what was up with the NASA spacesuit because it seems like somebody has a really good sense of humor. And whoever you are, if you watch this, I like your style. Area 51 is a popular UFO conspiracy theory place in the United States, or maybe it's truth, I don't know. We have some pyramids. The moon, you know, who knows? I like this. There's also a bedroom back here with its sheets still made. I don't know who did this. I love it. This is pretty wild. I am glad that we came. If you are watching this and you have more information about what happened here and why all the places are abandoned and furniture and boats and stuff were left behind, can you let me know down in the comments? Because I did look online and wasn't able to really find like a concrete answer. And that might be because my searches were all in English. Maybe you have better information than we do. Phil also doesn't believe my otherworldly adventure.
I can't say that it didn't happen, but I can't say that it did.
I would totally rent one of these here on vacation. It's amazing. The property, it looks incredible. Somebody restore these. We are at our next place for today, Bitou Cape. We're not sure how to say that. It's almost like it's Bitou Hot Springs, but it's missing a letter or two. Anyhow, this hike looks beautiful. We're here in mid-afternoon. I think the timing could be perfect. There's not a cloud in the sky. It's gorgeous. It's not like our legs have recovered from yesterday. Maybe there's no stairs in this one.
There's probably stairs.
There's probably stairs.
Right here, the first part of the trail, we're overlooking Bitou's elementary school. They have an amazing view. My elementary school didn't look anything like this.
Pineapple tree, we think. We've decided those are probably not actually pineapples, but they look like them. We have no idea what fruit that is.
one of the many reasons we hike. You get to smell the flowers. This is jasmine.
It's a butterfly. It's a butterfly.
Anyway, we don't get jasmine growing naturally at home. You can have it as a home plant, but it's just too cold where we live. And this is just great because it's growing wild. It's been lining the path for the last few hundred meters. It's lovely. Oh, that's gorgeous.
The view from up here is mighty fine. It's so nice, it's beautiful.
How do you choose what to video?
I know.
It's really tough.
We have ocean on this side. We have spectacular landscape if we look inland. It's just absolutely beautiful. Oh, that's Teapot. We can see Teapot off in the distance.
Is that close?
Yeah, it's right there. We climbed that and Mount Bonping, and that was also a spectacular hike. And we're just going to link that right up here.
That's really
Oh my
how we
gosh.
got introduced to this rugged coastline here. And 2 years ago, we looked at it and we said, this is amazing. We have to come back.
And here we are.
And here we are. We were first in Taiwan 2 years ago for 5.5 weeks. In 5.5 weeks, we saw a lot of Taiwan. You might say you should be able to see all of Taiwan. The answer is no, absolutely you can't.
Taiwan keeps surprising us. There's always more to see, always more to do, always more to eat. We could keep coming back here again and again and again.
That's kind of our channel's motto, isn't it?
Pretty much.
There's always more
Yep.
of everything.
These views are just ridiculous. They're just in every direction. You can see the undulations of the mountains. And then to have the water in frame also is just so gorgeous. Just so gorgeous. It really is just so beautiful. And then there go the trucks doing their business, reminding you that life down there just continues on despite the stunning landscape surrounding it. Every direction. This is just such a beautiful hike. Wow.
The hike's actually pretty easy, aside from the steps we had to go up again.
Yeah, you sound out of breath. What do you mean easy?
Well, relatively speaking. The path is really smooth. Everything's well maintained. This is actually probably the smoothest trail we've done since we've been here in Taiwan this week. And it's honestly the least effort with the most payoff, I think, so far.
I agree. Was relatively short and sweet with fantastic views and not at all like our hike yesterday with 97 flights of stairs.
And you may be asking yourself, well, weren't 97 flights of stairs enough? In our mind, yeah, that was actually plenty.
Yeah, it was. It really was. That was a lot.
But doing this hike, we got a completely different view
Yeah.
of a different little part of Taiwan. And we're really glad we did it. And this is why we keep going hiking, different places.
Really lets us see a different perspective wherever we travel, and you never know what you're going to see or what you're going to smell if you stop and smell the flowers.
or the fish in the fishing village.
It really is the ultimate form of slow travel, which is something we aspire to. Even if we're not quite perfect at it yet, we're still working on it.
Yeah, we're Americans, so we're hardwired to rush around. We're working on it. It's a process.
Now we're going to go check into our hotel for the night, and tomorrow we are going to go to not one, but two incredibly popular destinations in northern Taiwan that we missed when we were here last time. So don't go anywhere. Good morning, friends.
Good morning.
Welcome to day 5 of our road trip. Something that we haven't done yet on this trip in Taiwan was something that we absolutely fell in love with last time we were here, and that is all sorts of varieties of bicycle rentals. And behind me you can see that we have stumbled across some U-bikes. There are some tunnels near here, and that is where we're headed first today before we go to the 2 super touristy, very popular locations that we have in mind for today that we are excited about. But first, we want to go for a bike ride. We switched to our action cam today for our bicycle ride, heading to some tunnels that look pretty cool. And this is really a peaceful part of Reefang. I'm not positive how you pronounce that. Reefang. Anyhow, we're excited to get on some bicycles. Now I gotta figure out where we're going.
Where are we going?
Why are you so short?
I don't know. Let's fix that. There we go.
We're driving down the boulevard, cruising with the windows down, feeling like we're on this town. Your song is on the radio, the one you always like, the one that always gets you tight. We've been drinking all the cheap wine all night, acting stupid but it feels so right. I know that we will all be just fine, but tonight I just wanna dance it off. Ignore the world.
Looks like we're already here. That was not far, not bad.
Your body next to mine. I can't get the smile off your face. Don't really have a reason why, but I don't even have to try. This feeling is here to stay. Let's keep it going all night. Let's stop till we
I'm kind of a train nerd, and I'll admit it. Heather's also a train nerd, but she won't admit it.
I am not a train nerd. I am nerdy about many things. Trains are not one of them. Well, believe it or not, that was short and sweet. We wanted to go through the tunnels. We've been through the tunnels. We saw a train on the other side. There's a river on the opposite side of the trains, and I guess we're gonna head back. Short and sweet for our little bike ride today before we head on to other things. Look at our bikes.
Those are so cute together.
They are.
cheap wine all night, acting stupid but it feels so right. I know that we will all be just fine, but tonight I just wanna dance it off. Ignore the world with me tonight. Wanna dance it off. Put your body next to mine.
Well, it took us a little bit longer than it should have because Bill is too friendly. Bill's making some friends. If you see us and we're out filming, he is the one you want to talk to. We're headed back to our car now and on to our next destination today.
Yes?
our next destination for today. This destination is a little bit about healing for Bill because we are at Houtong. This is a city in Taiwan where the number of cat residents outnumber the number of human residents. So we are here to say hi to the cats, see if maybe there's some cat-themed food we can find.
You want cat food for lunch?
No. Yuck.
No.
I mean, maybe the cats eat really well. Anyhow, this was something that we weren't able to go to when we were here 2 years ago, and we're making up for it today. So today, a little bit of cat-themed healing. I know we've only been here for a few minutes, but these are the only cats we've seen so far. Bill is eagerly awaiting his chance with the cats.
Heather's more of a dog person. I like dogs too, but I'm more of a cat person.
Dogs all the way. I don't know how we're married. Giant bag of cat food just went by. I guess the cats are well fed.
Into it.
Hi, kitty.
Nope.
Bye, kitty. Well, we just finished lunch. It was really tasty. There's sort of this restaurant row at the very top of town, so we chose one of those.
Yeah, we had some sandwiches, Heather had a smoothie. I really like the milk teas here. Every chance I can get, I'm having one. Taiwan's the source, right?
And now we're looking for the cats. We're thinking maybe they had a cat nap while we were eating lunch, and maybe there are more that'll come out to play now because we've honestly hardly seen any. It's very surprising. So we are going to go on a cat hunt now.
Yeah. We've only seen about 3 so far. Let's go look for some more.
Do you know where the cats are?
Hey, do you know where the cats are? We can't find them. Doesn't know either.
Never fear, we found a few.
Heather, you have a friend.
Oh, hi.
He's a big boy. What's that new guy? Oh, there's a...
Oh, another one. Hi, kitty. Bye, kitty. I think she's calling this one. What? I don't have anything for you.
I think they're well fed.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
cat.
Meow. Bill can't resist ice cream.
So I had to get this. It's Okinawa Black Sugar Pearl, and I just had to try it. It's really good. It tastes exactly like the little boba pearls that you sometimes get at the bottom of milk teas. Delicious.
You're gonna lose one. You better eat it. Well, between the ice cream and the cats, Bill might not come home with me. He might just stay here in Taiwan. Are you ready?
Can't I pet just one more cat?
No. Haven't you petted enough?
No.
I love a good theme, but what are these? Are these reindeer? Are they, and what is this? None of these are cats. That especially is not a cat. I don't know what to make of that. Now, the lollipop over here with the flowers is kind of cute. But again, what is that? A giant jelly bean? I don't know. It is sort of wearing like Christmas lights as antlers, so maybe it's a Christmas thing? I don't know. I don't recognize it. I don't know what it is. It's not a cat, that's all I know. Bill didn't even want me to film this one because it makes him sad. It's a melted upside down ice cream cone. Well, there weren't quite as many cats as I was expecting, to be honest, but it was still a fun stop. Do you feel like you got a little bit of cat therapy, Bill?
That was nice. We think that there are normally more cats that are around and out walking about, but it's a pretty hot day, so we think they're just hiding and sleeping in the shade.
On to our next destination.
Where are we going?
I guess you'll find out in the car. We are at our next spot. This might be the most touristy thing we've done anywhere in Taiwan. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 buses.
Just in this parking lot.
Just in the parking lot that our car's in, there are 12 giant tour buses. If you've watched our Taiwan videos and you know where we haven't been, maybe you have a guess at where we are now. If you haven't guessed it, we are in Shifen. This is a very touristed town known for 3 things. It's waterfall, the train that runs through the old town, and lanterns that get let off into the sky. We're doing all 3. The number of tours here are just really something else. Maybe more than Jufen?
I bet this is on the same tour as Jufen. It's so close.
We have a whole video about how we missed seeing the merlion in Singapore. And then we missed it a second time. It's here. This is unbelievably bad luck. Unbelievably bad luck. Closes at 4:30. If you're wondering what time it is 4:35. Somewhere in there is a waterfall. But not one that we're gonna see. You can't see it from there, Bill. This between a waterfall. Here is some spectacular drone footage of a waterfall that was near our hotel this morning. Bill really wanted to be able to use it. Here you go. Well, we hope that you enjoyed the waterfall that this section of the video started with, because we have even more footage of that waterfall, and we're just going to drop that here because Bill was disappointed that we had to cut some of it. YouTube, when things don't go as planned. So here we are in Shifen. It is very popular for two things.
Two remaining things.
The train and the lanterns, and waterfall that we don't get to see.
Yeah. Well, we got to see a tiny bit of it. Here, I'll show you the tiny bit of it.
Yeah, there's a tiny waterfall. It's not the main event.
It's too bad.
Here we are in Shifen.
Shifen's great.
Ah, nuts. Yes, we are in Shifen, home to the rail line that goes through the middle of Old Street, home to a waterfall, and home to lanterns that get sent up into the sky. This is really sort of nuts, honestly. I didn't know what to expect, but this is just crazier than I expected, I guess, with all the lanterns and the people, and one didn't take off all the way and came back down, but people were staying by with a watering can, so they were able to put it out. And
The sellers of these lanterns, they run this thing like a well-oiled machine.
wow.
They're very good.
And the people are already back in the tracks.
Just like that.
That train came through faster than I expected. I kind of thought it would like barely move along, but it actually came through at a pretty good clip.
I actually thought that they were going to clear people several minutes before the train came through, but no.
Like 30 seconds ahead of time.
All of a sudden, a lady comes by and quickly ushers Heather out of the way, and about 10 seconds later, the train came.
Yep, true story.
It's unlikely to get
The truth is, letting all those lanterns go into the sky have to come down somewhere, and it's horrible for the environment. But there is one shop that has a method that they've developed that is environmentally friendly, and it completely burns up in the sky and doesn't come down as trash that the locals then have to deal with. The shop owner here is super nice too. He's gonna help us with some photos, and he also gave me a little lantern, and obviously we thanked him so much. He's just super, super nice. So if you come here and you wanna put a lantern into the sky, please do the environmentally friendly one. Please, please. It costs a little bit more. The earth is worth it. So if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it right. We're going environmentally friendly.
Mine doesn't look as nice as yours.
It looks fine.
Very nice.
Okay.
他去了哦，直接就快车。
All right, so we are sending this off in memory of my dad, our sister-in-law, and my best friend's dad who passed away 2 months after my dad. Oh, I hope we don't. Okay? Okay. Okay.
Oh, it's getting warm. You can feel it.
Yeah. Oh, it's getting warm.
OK，
Yeah.
放手，放手，放手！哦，对对对，你拍照，拍照。
There it goes. They're just constantly going off around us. Well, we feel like that is a fitting end to a video about healing. Our journey is not done yet. We have some great destinations that we're going to go to. So if you haven't already, please subscribe, hit that bell icon so you're notified of any new videos. And we'll see you next time. We're out of here just like the lanterns. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Bye.